average that out between all the college students in America, you would be putting the average college student $25,000 in debt. Then they go through college, flip a coin to see if they can get a job. You know, if they do get a job, it's going to be right around starting salary between like 26 and 30 grand a year. All right, and that's kind of like the brutal truth, honestly. And I didn't believe it at first either, because my story is I heard about this from one of my best friends, Alec Friel, who enrolled me. He came up to me in the first week of school this past fall, and it was all about this Verve craze. He had Verve fever, like Chris just said, and he wouldn't shut up. Like, honestly, like, I lost my friend to this, like, some new cult, like, called FIFA or whatever. And I was like, dude, I don't want any of your energy drinks. You're not getting rich off this. Like, it's probably a scam. It's probably a pyramid scheme. It's illegitimate. Like, I can't believe you're listening to Luke Hessler, some dude who's just conning everybody out of money on campus. All right? And so he wouldn't shut up, I was like, whatever, I'll buy some of your damn energy drinks. He bought some, then got to my door, I liked them. I was like, okay, it's actually pretty good. It's actually healthy for me. And then I saw him have some success, so I looked into it myself a little bit deeper. And then I was like, wow, this is, because my core motivation for doing the research on the internet was to try and find the flaw. You know what I mean? Just try and find out why this thing was not legitimate. Okay, the opposite happened for me. Okay, kind of realized this whole thing does check out. The products are legit. The credibility is there, and it really is the perfect time for you to really like capture this opportunity. Okay, so I've been with it full force. Me and Alec and Luke and a bunch of other guys up at Michigan State. Now, you know, branching out to other cities and colleges across the nation. Okay, this is the type of opportunity where you set your own hours. Okay, you work whenever you want. You work with whoever you want, wherever you want, okay? Just pretty much as long as you have a phone, you can do this, okay? Because they give you a 5-star app right on your phone. You check how your business is doing, you know, any new signups on your hot list, how close you are to getting the free Mercedes-Benz or BMW, which Luke has his, it's parked out front. Everybody can go see it and sit in it if you want. It's all real. So yeah, I realized that, wow, look at the situation our generation is put in, okay? I'm not completely, you know, dissing on education, because I'm still going to get my degree. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying we got to do something different to get something different. Okay? Because I worked $7.40 an hour at the coffee shop up on campus called Sparty's. All right. Now I would be busting my tail every day, cleaning tables, taking care of customers, washing dishes, whatever. You know, and I was just like I was just fed up with it, you know what I'm saying? Because basically I was only getting $7.40 an hour. That's basically the CEOs of that company saying, you know, I'd love to pay you less, but legally I can't do that, so here's $7.40. All right, and that never sat right with me, just because I felt I wanted to work for I wanted to, you know, get compensated for what I was worth. All right, yet there was this kid next to me who would take 40-minute bathroom breaks, always be texting, tweeting, whatever, didn't really care. He just, you know, spent time in the shop, and he didn't really even work it. At the end of the day, him and I would go home with the same amount on our paycheck. All right, and that never ever sat right with me, because basically you're just trading your time for money, trading your hours for money, trading your most precious asset for $7.40 an hour, and I never felt that was okay. You know what I mean? But I didn't know it different. I didn't know an alternative. Okay, because usually the way society kind of makes us feel is that, oh yeah, that's just what you do. You're supposed to be broke in college. You can't run your own business. You can't overdo it. You know what I mean? You got to focus on your schoolwork. Yet we come out of school with $25,000 of debt, and then not the greatest job situation to look forward to. Okay, so I kind of got, you know, blasted with this like shock of reality. Like, wow, the job market really is as bad as my parents say. You know, that never becomes a problem until it's your problem. You know what I mean? Until I started looking this thing in the face, and I was like, wow, you know, I'm pretty average, dude. I need to do something different. You know what I mean? So then when I realized that I could just promote an energy drink that I enjoy, okay, and I could get paid from it, actually residually on there's no salary cap, I ran for it, okay? And because I know one thing, all right? I know one thing. We're all connected now through all of our networks. Think about Facebook, think about Twitter, think about Instagram, you know, think about FaceTime, Uvu, Skype. I have a team down in Australia that I Skype and Uvu with, you know, on the reg, just talk about business and signing people up and prospecting and learning and becoming better people. Okay, so I know now that we're a connected, you know, global economy. Okay, so those of us who can capitalize on our social networks, you know, are probably going to be the wealthiest, because you got to have a depth of vision with this thing. you can't see it for what it is now, you got to see it for what it's becoming. You got to look at the different factors, the different variables, the market conditions. You got to look at the people actually participating in this and say, all right, where is this going to go? Because there's this old story about this this business guru who had made millions of dollars in his career, and then his student, okay? And he was walking along one day talking about depth of vision to his student, and he picks up an acorn and he says, what do you see here? All right, and the student says, oh, I know, we're talking about depth of vision. It's obviously not just squirrel food I'm looking at. This is going to be a tree. So he says, that's a tree right there. Okay, that's not an acorn, it's not squirrel food, that's a tree. Okay, thinking he was seeing it for what it's becoming. Yet the business guru said, good, I'm glad you can see it one step further. But what I see is not just squirrel food, an acorn, or a tree. I see a tree becoming a forest, and that forest generating enough wood for me to go out and build a whole subdivision of homes that I can then go and sell, and then my family can live financially free for the rest of our lives. That's depth of vision. That's seeing things for not what it is, but what it's becoming. Okay, so I kind of see this, and I see the situation. I see how bad the economy is. I see that the health industry is on the rise because everybody is realizing that we're a nation that's overfed yet starving on a nutritional basis, on a nutritional molecular level. Okay, so we're overfed, meaning we go out to McDonald's and fill our bellies, but what we're actually eating is not nourishing our bodies. Okay, now, I never really cared about my nutrition at all, okay? But then when I kind of started realizing that, if I didn't get my vitamin D for one day, it's not going to be a big deal. But if you compound that over, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, the rest of your life, that's where you get illnesses and diseases, man. It's for real. Like, if you don't give your body what it needs, it's obviously going to malfunction on you, yet we don't pay any attention to it. Now, that problem is solved, okay? Because I drink it, I get 12 full spectrum vitamins, 65 plant source minerals, mangosteen, which is an antioxidant fruit found in Southeast Asia. If you don't know what antioxidants do, they just flush your body of free radicals. Free radicals are the bad stuff in the food that we eat, air that we breathe, and water that we drink. And then aloe vera and decaffeinated green tea, all in this energy drink, okay? So bringing it kind of full circle, this company right now is a $117 million debt-free company out of Scottsdale, Arizona called VEMMA. All right, VEMMA, and I just went through the entire formula with you guys because it's actually an acronym for that formula. Vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe. All right, so originally they started selling that formula in a 2-ounce shot. Okay, it's basically a liquid daily multivitamin that you would take every single day for all your vitamins and minerals. It was actually rated #1 overall super juice by Men's Health Journal. Okay, pretty credible. So they started that with the first 6 years of operation, grew to be about a $50 million company, and then one day in the shower, our CEO says he just had this epiphany where he realized that the energy drink market's already a $9 billion market with Red Bull, Rockstar, Monster, 5-Hour Energy, $9 billion, and it's projected to grow by 50% in the next 5 years. Okay, ahead of the trends, depth of vision again. So he had this depth of vision. He said, there's no healthy alternative to these things that actually have a death count. Okay, these things have actually killed people, and you go out there and you research that, okay? Because don't take anything that I say as fact, assume it as fact for now, but then go question it logically later, okay? Because that's when things are really going to sink in for you, like it did for me, like it did for Luke and these guys. What's up? Good to see you coming. So, anyway, that's kind of what happened. They came out with a healthy energy drink, okay? And this is actually, Dr. Oz now says that everybody should drink, raise your hand if you know who Dr. Oz is. Everybody knows who Dr. Oz is. 500 million viewers a day on his television show, and he says everybody should drink at least half a can of Verve and a handful of almonds every day, okay, to get their vitamins, minerals, and protein, okay? So this is actually already the official energy drink of the Phoenix Suns. They have a 700-person Verve lounge. You've been in there, in their arena, okay, free for brand partners to go in. They serve like Verve drinks and other stuff like that. You get to watch the game for free. It's also the official energy drink of the Phoenix Coyotes, Charlotte Bobcats, okay? So this is already the official energy drink of 3 professional sports teams, okay? So everything is right there about this energy drink. It's just waiting to boom, okay? In the past 2 years, our sales of the company have grown by 200% just because of entering this demographic, okay? Now the only difference between this energy drink and Monster, Red Bull, Rockstar, Amp, NOS, whatever, is just the way that our company chooses to spend its advertising dollars. Okay? Red Bull on one hand, sorry, the only difference is how we spend our advertising dollars. Okay. So Red Bull, on one hand, spends $900 million a year on advertising. So with the whole stunts, it gives you wings, it was $15 million just to send that guy up into space and have him jump out in the Red Bull Stratus mission. Everybody knows probably what I'm talking about. They saw that. You know, it makes for a cool YouTube video, but it doesn't, you know, you'll tell your friends about it, but it doesn't really make you want to go buy Red Bull down at the corner store, okay? So that company chooses to spend their advertising dollars like that. Okay, our company realizes that commercial advertising is 100% 6 feet in the ground dead, okay? So they spend $0 on commercial advertising, okay? No stunts, no print ads, no billboards, no commercials, no YouTube videos, no nothing, okay? Because what happens when you're watching games, you're watching March Madness and then a commercial comes on, you flip it to the next game. What happens when you're watching a YouTube video and then that ad pops up, it's the longest 5 seconds of your life and you click skip ad, okay? Nobody wants to pay for that anymore, all right? So this is kind of new age. This is like new age marketing. This is, yeah, it's an old industry. I'll get to that in a second. Luke could probably cover that. It's an old industry, but now it's actually working faster and faster and faster because of how socially connected we are. Again, okay? So the only way that you're ever going to hear about this is if somebody tells you about it, all right? If you see it on Instagram, if you see it on Twitter, if you see somebody talking about it, okay? That's word of mouth advertising. Word of mouth advertising is the #1 form of advertising that ever known to man, okay? Every single restaurant owner wants that buzz around town about their restaurant, okay? Because think about it. I don't go and see movies based on the commercials, okay? Because they can make a bad movie look good on the commercials and I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste my money. So I wait until I hear these guys tell me about a good movie to go see, okay? They tell me about the new Batman movie. Oh yeah, that was great, you should go see it. I go and see it. It's not like the director or the producer cuts them a check for 20 bucks saying, thanks for telling Kyle about my movie, here's 20 bucks. It's not like that. But in this case, it definitely is. Alright? So the way that this thing works is word of mouth advertising. You get a free marketing website just by buying the product, okay? So you buy the product, you're automatically eligible, you are a customer, and then you have legal right to go out and make money with this by telling people about it, okay? The company gives you a free marketing website, first name, last name.vima.com, okay? This is what you kind of think of, mix between Facebook and a mix between Amazon, okay? Think about it, they came together. So Vima takes care of a lot of the prescriptions, kind of stuff about the company, a couple video stuff, but then the other half is like your profile, so you answer questions and stuff like that, about your story, about why you do this, okay? So essentially all I do is, I walk up to Luke on the street and he sees that I'm in a Verve and then he tries it and man, where do I get that? And I say, oh, you go to my website, you can order some right from there. He goes to my website, creates himself an account, orders a product, and then I get credit for that referral, okay? It's exactly like me telling you to go to a restaurant. It's exactly like any other, I see you wearing Nike. I like that, and because you're advertising that, I'm gonna go out and get like that same red shirt because I think it looks good. Okay, every single day we are a walking billboard. There are brands around us at all times. Okay, all times. All right, if you look around, let's look at the different products. Okay, I see Nike, obviously, Brisk Lemonade. I see McDonald's back there, Fuse, some Vans. Yeah, only one product in the room is us to talk about. It's right here, my hand. Okay. So when it all kind of comes back there, you kind of realize that the stars are like with this opportunity. Okay. Just really it has with the product is legit. Just where we sit in the market, there's no other healthy drink out in the market now. Okay. It really is an opportunity of a lifetime. Okay, you really look at the industry as a $132 billion industry of networking, basically these companies that pay for advertising. They've been around since 1959 when they started. They would be an $11 billion company. By selling mop soaps, laundry detergents, home products, stuff like that. Alright? And our parents experienced that by sending and doing on people's doors. Like they didn't have Twitter, Facebook, all this Instagram, okay? Yet they still grew to be an $11 billion
saw this guy and I looked at him, he was just so normal. He was just like you or I, just a normal person. And when you talked to him, he wasn't a super genius to any degree. All right, and it's like, why is it that this guy, who if you talk to him, he seems less educated than me. He seems like he doesn't know as much about business as I know, except he makes $40,000 a month. All right, and I'm sitting here, like I said, trying to scratch up money for my next thing of ramen noodles at night, my next case of beer. Like that's where my reality was, and it was a wake-up call to me, because that's right when I realized that you don't have to be smart to make money. All right, you have to be at the right place at the right time with the right people. Okay, and it's just unreal to me to see how much this has changed my life. And I know if it's changed my life this much and it's brought me this far in the last 15 months, we can help you guys so much. All right, and we can make you guys see that exact same change that happened in my life and your guys' life. Because this is the biggest thing in this, guys, is that we're all one team. All right, all of us are in this thing together. That's why we drove, from Michigan down here to help you guys out, to do this meeting. Because if we can't help you guys be successful, we're not successful. All right, in this business, it's not what you can do, it's what you can help others do and help duplicate. All right, I've only personally gotten, 7 people involved in this thing, ever. All right, 7 people. All right, but I learned a really, really, really important lesson very early on, and that's it's not what you can do, all right, it's what you can help others do and help duplicate. All right, so those 7 people I've helped turn into over 3,000 people, all right, across 48 different states and now 13 different countries. Okay, I didn't know all of them, and not even close to all of them. I didn't know any of you before this. All right, yet by helping these guys out, by helping them out, by explaining this for them, all right, and helping their guys' business, that then helps mine. So when you guys decide to do this, if you guys decide to do this, all right, we're here for you, dude. We're here to help you guys out. We're here to do meetings. We're here to do the explanation, all right? And the first thing you have to look at when it comes to business, when it comes to anything in life, is who do you listen to? Because everyone has an opinion. Everyone's telling you what to do, how to do it, where to go exactly. This is how you should live your life. I found that everyone knows exactly how everyone else should live their life, but no one has any idea how to live theirs. You think about it, all your parents are like, oh, if this person would just do that, they'd be perfect. They'd just do that, yet they haven't figured out their own life. And it's just like, so you have to go out and find out, who do you really listen to? And I found that you listen to people that have, that physical manifestation of what you want. What I mean by that is this, is that if I want to learn how to be happy, well, I'm going to go find the happiest person in the room, and I'm going to go talk to him. I'm going to figure out, why are you so happy? If I want to learn how to, play basketball, I'm going to go find the best basketball player and go learn from him. And if I want to make money, I'm going to go find the person who's making money and learn from him. That just kind of made sense to me. That was just logical. All right? And I kind of realized that in school, in the honors college that I was in at Michigan State, they were teaching me theories. They were saying this is one theory. This is one theory of making money. This is one way. This is another way. This is another way. But they weren't teaching me any skills, any applicable things that I could go in and master, because making money is a skill. All right, it really is. And once you learn how to do it, it's not that hard. And there's a guy named Bob Proctor. He works with our company. And he says that the hardest thing about making money for people is realizing how easy it is to make money. And that was like, get out of here, dude. You're just saying that because you make $50,000 an hour to speak. Of course you can say that. But then I realized that it's so true, because this concept is really as simple as introducing it to people. It's really as simple as being honest with them and being transparent and showing people, look what's possible. All right, honestly, if you go out, the fact of the matter is, if you can go out and you can buy 2 cases of this energy drink, it's possible for you to go out and be a millionaire. It is possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, all right, but it is possible. All right, you know how you do that? You don't set out to go be a millionaire. All right, you go out and you set out to go help 6 of your friends go out and make 6 figures. And if that's too big for you to even think of right now, how about an extra $500 a month? Or an extra $1,000 a month, because that's what I pride myself on. Yeah, I make 6 figures in this, but guess what? I've helped over 40 people get to the point where they're making an extra $1,000 a month of residual income. Meaning if they quit working, they're still making an extra $1,000 a month. And that's what makes me happy. That's what's exciting. Because I realized when I first started, yeah, dude, it was all about the cars, the free Mercedes-Benz, the money, the lifestyle, the traveling, all the glamour, all this good stuff. But then once you get into this, dude, and you actually get over that, it's so much more, right? Because it's the effect you can have on other people. I have a team down in Paducah, Kentucky, a really little kind of hip town down in Kentucky, and I drove down there, and there was a guy there, he was 20 years old, and he has 2 kids. He was living on welfare. He kind of gave up in his life a little bit, and we came in and we showed him this. And he came in and we helped him make $700 in his first week in this. All right, that was more money than he'd seen in like ever, basically. All right, and when you see someone coming up to you and actually thanking you for changing their life, all right, it gives them a little bit of hope. They didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and now they can even see it. Even if it's not there yet, all right, the fact that it's even possible is so new to them. All right, it's unreal. All right, it gives them a way to wake up in the morning looking forward to something, being happy about life, and that's when you realize that this is what this really means. All right, that's when you guys can go in and see, the real impact this can have on the world, and this is the craziest things. It's like, so if this is so good, why haven't I heard about it? Well, it's because this is word of mouth, all right? You'll never see a TV commercial, a billboard, or a screen, or anything like that. The only way you can hear about it is from someone telling you about it, okay? And the best part about this is that anyone can do this. Or I don't care what your resume looks like. I don't care what your grades were. I don't care what your permanent record looks like. I don't care if you have freaking 80 DUIs, whatever it is, dude. You can start right now and reinvent your life. Literally, you can. Okay, it's possible. Okay, the past doesn't matter anymore. Okay, right now you can make that decision and plug into something that's already working, because the goal of this system is, the goal of this whole business model is to create a system where it doesn't matter if you're a Harvard graduate or a high school dropout. All right, you follow these steps, you do what we're saying, and it's going to work for you. And it's working, as evidenced by the thousands of people all across the country that are making this work for them. Okay, so in my opinion, guys, how early are we really getting in on this? There is actually a study done by Harvard Business School, all right, on these network marketing companies, and there's 3 criteria that you need to look at when you're looking into getting into one of these. Because like you said, this is not a new thing. All right, network marketing is a $132 billion industry. All of the Amways, the Mary Kays, the Avons, the Herbalifes, all these companies, right? They're billion-dollar companies. All right, so this is Harvard saying, when should you get involved? 3 criteria. Number 1, company has to be past 18 months old, okay? Because 90% of these network marketing companies fail within their first 18 months, okay? And why do they fail? Because they turn out to be pyramid schemes, they turn out to be Ponzi schemes, they do legitimate products, they're scamming people, etc. It's true, it happens. All right, but that's why they get shut down in their first 18 months. This company is 8 years old. All right, it's passed all the test of time, so it's legitimate and it's stable and it's going to be here for a while. Okay, number 2, Harvard Business School says you have to have a highly consumable product that is completely unique to the marketplace. All right, Verve is highly consumable. All right, I drink my Verve, it's gone. If I want to drink another one, I got to get more. All right, that ensures resales. That's why if I quit working, all right, I'm still making this amount of money. That's what makes it a residual income, because when the product's gone, people got to buy more. So because we get paid off product sales and not new recruits, all right, we're getting paid every single month for this thing. Okay, and then the other thing is, like I said, it has to be highly unique to the marketplace, because you can't. Why would you buy this Red Bull from me when I could go and buy this Red Bull, in the store when they're buying it wholesale and they're selling it $2 a can, and I can't get it wholesale, so I'm selling it for $2. This is completely unique. Okay, you think of the health, you think of the energy drinks, that entire $9 billion industry that you were talking about, there's not a healthy one out there. Red Bull owns 70% of the energy drink market, but we own 100% of the healthy energy drink market right now. And even if you compare them, all right, even if you find another healthy energy drink, this one blows it away. All right, and that's the thing, guys, is that this is a niche, not only in the business aspect of it, but the product aspect of it as well. Okay, so number 1, past 8 months. Number 2, completely unique to the marketplace, consumable. Check. And number 3, this is Harvard School, remember, not me. All right, this is them. I'm just a messenger of information. If there's less than half of 1% of the population doing this, in which the company started, so this company started in America, all right, half of 1% of America's population, 5 million. All right, so they're saying that if there's more than 5 million doing it, it doesn't advise involved in it, because at that point it hits what's called a tipping point. All right, there's 3 stages, like you said. There's function, momentum, plateau. At that point, it hits a tipping point where holy crap, there's so many people that go out there doing it so fast that you'll make an extra $1,000, $2,000 a month, but you're not going to draw the 6 figures, the million, anything like that. 2 is if there's less than 500,000 people. Harvard Business School, remember, it's considered a ground floor opportunity. They advise you getting into it, as long as all the other things check. 3, this is the really important one. Harvard Business School. Now, if there's less than 100,000 people involved, everything else
else checks out, so it's past 18 months, high product that's highly unique to the marketplace. Harvard Business is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Okay, there's about 30,000 young students, and it's our demographic that's making them understand technology. This is consumerizing. These companies are, the 6 years old is an $11 billion company. Foundation, momentum stage in the 70s, without the internet, without self-type, without, you guys were here through the some guys US, that was probably is going to be on the left side, like the bell, and here's a lot of right now.